What's up, y'all? I'm Chad Claus. And yes, Santa Claus is my dad. I don't really talk to him very much anymore because he's too busy choking on applesauce in a nursing home in Nova Scotia. So that's what your precious jolly feller is up to these days. They wanted me to make a YouTube video because we're trying to increase our social media presence. Hey, presence. We've got presence. You're probably wondering why it's. Sorry, I was up very late last night. Spreading Christmas cheer all over town and all over and you're probably wondering why it's so warm and green and very in the North Pole. That's because I ain't in the North Pole, bruh. I'm in Los Angeles. I fucking ate it up there. God almighty. You know, and the sun does not come out for 3 months straight. You're not going to see that in your Rudolph cartoon. You've got to take vitamin D supplements, because otherwise you'll go crazy and kill your... We don't really have very much. I mean, we have a small presence. We have a small presence in the North Pole, but these days we just lease the land to the United States government, you know, and they nuke penguins or whatever they do up there. I don't know, government contract bullshit. Yeah. We also had to stop hiring only elves because that was considered discrimination. So we had to start hiring normal people. Obviously, if you're an elf, you know, that's going to help your chances if you want to work at the North Pole. But, you know, to be honest, we're not really that involved. We're not really that involved anymore in the gutty works. Amazon, you know, we sort of outsourced a lot of that to Amazon, so they handle a lot of the infrastructure. You know, we handle the marketing. So the whole idea of Santa Claus, the whole idea of Christmas cheer, you know, like the whole Christmas sort of big Christmas, if you want to call it, that makes us a lot of money, you know, because every time anybody says Christmas, we get a nickel. Do you know that? Christmas, 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 Christmas. Cha-ching. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. What else? Mrs. Claus, died of breast cancer. Some other stuff about Christmas. Oh yeah, the reindeer. We had to stop using them too, because of animal cruelty laws. So we have reindeer. If you go up, there's a you know, we have a small sort of petting zoo where you can see reindeer, but we don't use them for logistics anymore. You know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's it. If you guys have any questions about Claus Incorporated, feel free to ask them. But you know, the naughty or nice list. Oh yeah, that God. I mean, we have an AI who does that now. So, and you know, actually, this has kind of been a controversy for a long time, because for a while the naughty or nice list was mostly based on income, and that was something that, you know, ended up causing a lot of problems, and the ACLU came and did a whole fucking, was up our ass for a long time. So now we said, okay, we got rid of that. Now we have the AI who does it, but you know, I mean, it was trained on decades and decades of data from the Claus Santa. So it's hard to sort of untrain the biases from the AI. So if you ask me, I mean, you know, also, it's hard to make a judgment call about somebody who's naughty, because everybody, you know, naughty or nice is sort of a, it's not, the world isn't black and white like that, you know. So somebody who's, we can't just say that somebody's on the naughty list, because then it's like, well, from their perspective, they thought they were doing the right thing, you know. And then you get into problematic territory of like, well, naughty or nice according to who, you know. So that's why we sorted it based on income, because it was like, we have to have something, you know, we have to have some metric. And it's not like nobody gets presents. I mean, everybody does get presents. It's just you get more presents if you're richer. You know. You know what's really fucked up about the North Pole? There's no time, because there's no sun. And all of the time zones on Earth intersect. So if you stay up there for a long time, eventually you sort of lose all grasp of time itself. That's why most of the elves drink. There's actually a lot of alcoholism in the elf community. It's very sad. You know? What are you gonna do? They've had a rough go for you know. All right, I guess that's it. See you later. Merry. Oh.